Welcome back to the World Athletics Club. My name is Chari Hawkins, and we are getting ready to start day 5 of these World Championships. I honestly cannot believe that we are almost halfway done right now. That's amazing. We are actually in the Bowerman Tower, which is that torch-looking building here at Hayward Field, and these are the people that are in charge of making sure that it gets done on the field of play. We have so much excitement coming up, but first, let's take a look at the highlights from day 4.
Barshim going for 2:35. Oh, so good. Wu. Second attempt, 2:35. Barshim's gone clean at the first time of asking. Oh, wow. Wu has failed once at 2:37. This for a 6th successive first-time clearance. Oh, my gosh. This guy is on fire. He's on fire. And surely history beckons for Mutaz Barshim. This is so fast. Kipyegon, the greatest 1500-meter runner in history, trying to pull away from Sege. Faith Kipyegon bidding to become the first woman to win 4 1500-meter medals. This has been utterly extraordinary. She hasn't just taken this title, she's absolutely obliterated the whole field. 3:52.96.
Let's hope these women can navigate these hurdles safely, get their campaign off to a good start. And Ashin Zamzamela at the moment putting pressure on the double Olympic champion Nafi TM to her inside. Nafi TM coming good in the final few stages. Nafi TM is great in the throws. I'd say she had the maybe slight better of better, but we've rarely seen Nafi TM throw outside of the heptathlon. So often she's piled the pressure on her competitors in this high jump. Nafi TM, I wonder if she'll be aware that her competitor hasn't managed this 1:86 m, and Nafi TM making very light work of that.
Running well, the Spaniard, and look at that on the outside. Kalin of Switzerland trying to produce some good points. Nafi TM on the inside, driving away towards the line. Remember, it's about the points, not necessarily the positions. Great work there from Kalin.
Nafi TM, she seems to have separated herself, and it's the jumps that has done it for her. The high jump and the long jump, she's world-class in both of those, and that's what it takes these days to win these global championships.
Nafi TM setting herself ready. Said she doesn't hold the world title. No, that's a great opening, over 50 meters for Nafi TM.
Sulek is in 4th overall, so Hall is beginning to rally. Sulek trying to deny Hall the bronze medal. But I think the American is going to respond. You'd think she was going to win the gold medal here, but it's a fine, fine run from both of them. Really quick times for a heptathlon. Hall takes it. She's on the podium. She knows she's got the bronze. And Nafi TM has dragged herself round the 800 meters, and her glittering list of achievements go on and on.
Great to see Joni there. They are underway then here in Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. The sun came up just half an hour or so ago, right behind them. But this is different. This is racing, and it's fast. In fact, you'd struggle to find quite many races in the history of women's marathon running, Mara, where you've got 8 athletes moving along at 2:16 tempo, and the Ethiopians looking strong at the moment, just tucked in, letting the Kenyans do the work. One of the Ethiopians dropping back there, and that is not just a gap because of drink station. That is a 15-meter gap, maybe more. 1 lap to go. They go through now. 14 kilometers to run. All to play for. Well, this is significant. Salpeter of Israel working really hard. Yeshane in the background looks to have come to a halt. She has ground to a halt, the Ethiopian. That is so sad. Huge gaps. The gap between the leaders and the chasing pair, 1:18. Surely Salpeter can't close that. She's running out of road. Not much more than 5K to go. Wow, look at this. Gebrselassie. She has kicked in, and Korir, it would appear, cannot respond in the way she would like. She has waited and waited and waited for this moment, and then she has pounced and never gave Korir a chance to come back. She's going to be mighty close to that. It might even be a personal best to put icing on her cake. It will indeed. The tape beckons. Gochitom Gebrselassie of Ethiopia is world champion here in Eugene. And look at the time, 2:18.11. It is indeed a championship record.
Second round. Can she improve on 14.60? Oh yes! Oh yes! She's teasing us, but the favourite has delivered again. The three-time world indoor champion becomes the three-time world outdoor champion. Gold in London, gold in Doha, gold in Eugene.
So much has been going on at these championships and people cannot stop talking about it. Let's see what's happening on social media.
We have to pause this and let them know how much we love Chuck. But we love it!
So we're in Bowerman Tower with the event presentation team, and I'm gonna kind of just go along and see exactly what they do to make sure that everything happens smoothly on the field of play. Andy, how do you help the team today at Hayward?
So I'm the event presentation manager. I've been involved in this project for about 18 months now. We come on 2 or 3 site visits. We plan all the content we're going to use. We get everything designed. So we try and make the screens look as fantastic as possible. And the other thing, of course, we have to do is we have to work with competition and host broadcasts. It's all very well we sit here and direct the competition. You know, television does like to know when things start occasionally. So we're in close contact with television and our colleagues from competition. It's one really big team. So Megan is our show caller today. That she is in charge. She's the boss. She's doing the pre-show at the moment, and then we'll be running on to introducing the sport.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
No
Honestly,
worries.
teamwork does make the dream work. If you at home get nervous watching your favorite athlete compete, imagine how their families are feeling right now. I'm pretty sure that they're all freaking out. We actually met up with one of the families of our athletes, and we're gonna check it out right now.
We've got a big champion. Did you notice, Jeffrey?
She needed a quick start, she got a quick start, and with it she takes the glory. It's glorious gold once again to Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. Absolutely incredible performance.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
So I just met up with my amazing friend Raven Saunders. She's an Olympian. What are you up to? How can people find you?
I'm doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. They're gonna find me all over. I'm an ambassador right now, so really just trying to showcase and help show off how wonderful and beautiful the sport really is.
Track and field is really like an up and down sport.
Oh, very much so. That's really the crazy thing, because especially when you talk about going to the highest level, making that team, and then coming back and then not making a team. People really don't talk about that space in between making an Olympic team or not making that Olympic team, and the mental battles that you go through after doing it.
At the end of the day, like your goals and your dreams, like that's so important, but remember you have value as like a human being. And I think as athletes, we have to remember to be humans first and athletes second.
Yes, and that goes for anyone out there.
I was super, super excited to get to run into you. That was really fun. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now let's go ahead and head back into track town. We have Ben Blankenship, USA Olympian, who's going to show us exactly how accessible track and field is. Honestly, whether you're a professional athlete or you just do it for fun, everyone's treated the same at South Eugene Track and Trail.
I'm Ben Blankenship, and this is the famous South Eugene track. It's famous for a lot of reasons. There's been so many athletes that have called this place home in terms of workouts, and it's such a unique spot, not only for accessibility, but you have this, ideal track with community people. Super cool when you come out almost any hour of the day, whether it's early morning or night, there's always somebody utilizing the track. And I think coming out here and seeing and being able to share this track with the community is a really cool thing. And that's kind of why I've called Eugene home for the last 10 years. Here you get to share this track with people, and I think it gives kids this opportunity to look behind the curtain and see what professional running really is. I've been all over the world. I've been to many different countries, and there's no place like Eugene.
9 out of 10 people globally are breathing unsafe air. And so whether you're an athlete or just somebody who regularly exercises outside, air quality is absolutely so important. The World Athletics Health and Science Department has actually teamed up with the University of Oregon so that they can study the wildfire effects on air quality. I think it's really important that we take a closer look at this important collaboration here at the World Championships.
Since 2017, we have been installing air quality monitoring devices in all stadium and locations that have hosted our WAS event, World Athletic Championship events. We have installed devices in Eugene way ahead of the event to collect background data and to compare this data with the data that we will be collecting during the World Championship here in Eugene. The World Championship in Eugene is particularly relevant for our scientific interest in air quality. That's because the University of Oregon has an environmental sciences department that is focusing on air pollution, particularly on air pollution caused by smoke and wildfires.
We've always worked on natural resources and forest management. Now it's really turned into a lot of discussion and research around wildfire, prescribed fire, and you can't really talk about those things without talking about air quality and smoke.
The research on smoke and wildfires completes the type of research that we're conducting, which mostly focuses on traffic-related air pollution. Knowing the impact of smoke and wildfires on athletes competing and on their performance, it's something that is extremely relevant for us.
Increasingly, locally as well as globally, we see air quality impacts affecting athletic events around the globe, from Athens to Australia, Beijing. Here in the west coast of the United States, we've seen this affect sporting events in California as well as here in Oregon. And so we're trying to think about ways to deal with not just athletic events, but other outdoor events and air quality concerns. This is a pretty exciting opportunity, having World Athletics holding this event here, for us to connect our research community to World Athletics and their expertise, and think about applying research and kind of a real world setting around how do we deal with informing event planning, knowing that around the world we're facing more of these issues with air quality. And so how do we think about this as a broader kind of natural hazards planning? How do we think about planning for events, putting plans in place in case we have wildfire smoke or other pollution in the air, and what that might mean for other outdoor events too, concerts, other things, not just athletic events.
So that is it for our show today. I hope you had a good one, and there is so much action-packed competition coming up, so stay tuned for that, including the men's 400-meter hurdle final. You are not going to want to miss it. And as for me, I will see you on tomorrow's show.